Welcome back to Life and Living. We're shifting gears dramatically, but still breaking the stereotypes that you may know about New Jersey, that you may think you know about New Jersey. Today, I have with me as our second guest, Jeff Halevy, who is the health and fitness expert, but more importantly, creator of LMNOP.
Let's Move Newark Our Power.
Okay, that makes a little more sense. What is Let's Move Newark Our Power?
Sure. So Our Power is a program that I created that is a technology-based program to help fight childhood obesity 60 minutes at a time. And what it does is it empowers students to complete 60 minutes of daily physical activity every day of the week in the context of a very fun and exciting inter and intra-school competition. So the students are competing against each other for who can move the most.
Okay, so what students? Where are we talking about?
So we launched in Newark, New Jersey. Michelle Obama's Let's Move co-chair, Cory Booker, asked me to launch this program in Newark because they have very high childhood obesity rates. The childhood obesity rates in Newark are astronomically high. Half the kids in Newark are overweight, and 1 in 4 are obese.
Why? What's the reason for that? And why Newark? And is this an urban problem, or is this specific to Newark?
You know, it's a national problem, and I think we all know that. And it's not, it's not simply our youth. It's adults too. We have, we certainly have expanding waistlines. Newark is definitely problematic for a number of reasons. One of which is very often, the physical education classes in schools get cut back because of budgets. So that's a problem. There's a lack of after-school activities for the children to do. And when you look at the nutrition options available in Newark, it's just alarming when you look at one corner and you have a horrible choice, another corner an even worse choice, and a third corner with a choice that's worse than the first two.
And that's just really lack of fresh food, lack of good options, because they don't have access to the same kinds of stores, same kind of farmers markets that we have in the suburbs.
Exactly, and that's why Newark has been labeled a food desert, meaning that they don't have access to fresh produce. And as a matter of fact, very recently, I don't know if you caught the headline, but they did open a supermarket with fresh produce that's centrally located so that Newark residents can come in and start eating better.
That's certainly exciting, and I know you're making a huge difference too. Tell us about what happened in these 5 schools when the kids got to work.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. 1.5 million minutes moved. So 1.5 million, I'm not going to make you take out your calculator, but 1.5 million minutes is actually 3 years of nonstop 24/7, 365 activity. So the students in our program in just 11 weeks moved that much. The winning school actually had over 500,000 minutes moved amongst the 500 participating students there.
So they're moving during the day, they're moving during school, they're moving after school, or is this contained within the school day?
They're moving 24/7.
All right.
The beauty, exactly. The beauty of the program is we really didn't want to tell students, look, you need to jump on a treadmill, or you need to go to the gym, or this is the right way, this is the wrong way. The message was consistent with Michelle Obama's Let's Move campaign, which was, let's move. So what we did is we outfitted each of the students in our program with a wearable health technology device called a MyTrack. And what it does is it measures all of your daily physical activity. So whether you're walking around the block, playing tag, hoops, doing anything, riding a bike, it knows you're moving. And the students had the ability to constantly check in. Look, if they wanted to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and jump up and down on their bed to rack up some more movement, they could.
You might have some moms mad at you for that one. But so is this like an odometer? How is it working? How is it actually tracking them?
It's a little different than an odometer, or I think you mean a pedometer.
Pedometer, that's the word. Thank you.
Similar idea. A pedometer just measures the click of your hips. It doesn't measure the intensity of your movement, and it can't pick up movement in a three-dimensional plane. So if I just go like this, a pedometer will not pick it up. However, an accelerometer, which is what we used, will. So the value of doing that is you're not saying you have to walk, which is what a pedometer can measure. We're just saying go do anything, go play, be a kid.
So these 5 schools competed. One school won. What did they win?
So the prizes were amazing. The grand prize was a concert by, I hate calling him Fat Joe because it's just not true. You know, I mean,
Right.
he looks incredible these days. But famous rapper Fat Joe put on a concert for our winners. But we had other phenomenal prizes: 500 Nets tickets. We had this incredible experience at the game where we had 500 students at a Nets game. We had clothing from Aniche and Dr. J's. I mean, Zumba got involved with some DVDs. It was really a ton of great prizes.
What has this done for the kids in the school? What did you see from them?
So, you know, let me say this. Fitness may be my life now. It wasn't always. And as a kid, I was overweight, and I know what it feels like to be unhealthy and disempowered. And my passion is really to reach these kids and to empower them, to give them the ability to make healthy decisions and start feeling better, you know, about themselves. And what I really saw in the program was the change in the students, and we're talking about 1,500 students. I met a lot of the same ones at the end of the program that I met at the launch, and I saw the change that happened for them, and it only reinforced, you know, and really reinvigorated me too, to continue pushing forward with this.
So it's not only helping the kids, it's helping you. And you know, when you look at a kid who becomes empowered, it's not just about their healthy choices, their eating choices. It becomes lifestyle. It becomes how they approach their education, how they approach relationships. Is that not true?
You're hitting on really important topics because, you know, number one, we all know at this point, because study after study has come out proving this, that the health of a student is directly correlated with the health of their academics. So we know that healthier students do better. And when it comes to, you know, I believe anything in your life, we can't ignore the mind-body connection, and the way that we feel about ourselves, our energy levels, our health translates to everything that we do. And in those critical years, I mean, we worked with high school freshmen, and I mean, I remember what it was like to be a high school freshman, and it wasn't fun. And you know, God knows if there's a time in your life when you want to feel good, you want to feel healthy, you want to feel positive, it's a great time to start making those healthy choices and feeling that way.
Jeff, you're making a difference every day, not only for kids in Newark, but for everyone who you just touched this segment. Thank you so much for joining us. Jeff Halevy, health and fitness expert and creator of Let's Move Newark Our Power. You moved me today. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
And don't go away. There is a lot more great life and living coming up just after this.